song. When you gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong, Juliet?
Our story takes place in the small town of Verona, Kansas. The sleepy town's peace is disturbed only by a festering feud between two wealthy families, the Capulets and the Montagues. Both have teenage children, Juliet Capulet and Romeo Montague. Without their parents' knowledge, these crazy kids meet and become a little more than friends, an act that will eventually end in catastrophe, as all good love stories do. Now, our scene begins in the Capulet household. Mrs. Capulet enters the room impatiently, followed by Nadine, their housekeeper.
Nadine! Where's Julie? I told you to call her 10 minutes ago.
I did! She's probably on Insta-Twitter or Facetrust or whatever these kids do these days. I'm sure she'll be here in a minute. Juliet!
What do you want, Nadine?
Not me. Your mom wants you.
What's up? Nadine, could you give us a minute? You know what? Never mind. You might as well stay. You know how old Julie is, right?
To the hour.
Then you know her 18th birthday is coming up.
Of course, the big 1-8. How long now?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That's right. Susan and she were born on the same day, you know. It seems like just yesterday that I was watching them toddle around. I remember the day of the big earthquake. You and Arthur were in Mantua for the weekend, and I had Julie out by the shed when I felt the quake. You didn't have to tell me twice to get out of there. She could walk by then. I remember my husband, God rest his soul, used to say, "Look at Jewel fall flat on her face. When she gets smart, she'll get the sense to fall on her back. Won't you, Jewel?" And then Juliet would look up at him and say, yes, with all the dignity her soul could muster.
That's nice, Nadie, but you should really get back to the point.
Yeah, I just can't get over her face when she looked at him with that great big old goose egg on her forehead. Yes, she said.
Yeah, I really think we should move on with the conversation.
Oh, okay, I'm done. Though, Julie, you were the sweetest thing back then, and always have been since. I can't wait to see you married.
Funny you'd bring that up. It's exactly what I wanted to talk about. Juliet, what do you think about getting married?
I think I have a long time before I do.
Now there's a brain. If it wasn't me who raised you, I would say it was your nanny that taught you.
Well, you might have to put that idea aside. If you right guy comes along, things like that don't wait. You know, at your age, I was already married to your father and pregnant with you. You see, when the right man comes along, you just have to snatch him up. Speak of right men, I heard that Speaking of right men, I heard that Paris is interested in you.
Paris? Ooh, he's fine. If I was just a little bit younger, I'd be after him in a heartbeat.
I don't blame you. He's the most eligible man in Verona.
Amen, sister.
So, what do you say? Is he your type? I invited him over to dinner tonight, and I want you to look him over. Stare into those gorgeous baby blue eyes of his, and tell me what you think. Remember that marrying him won't make you any less?
Less. Bigger, actually, when she starts to have kids of her own.
So, will you look him over?
Fine, but I'm not making any promises any further.
End scene.